Hi, welcome to this first video dedicated to the new Xiaomi drone. So the first drones, I think it's built by another company, but the first version available in the market is the 1080p version. Later, I guess in 1 or 2 months, we'll follow the 4K version. So when you will receive, in fact you will receive two boxes, one for the main quadcopter and the second one for the gimbal, including the 1080p with 60 frames per second, and also broadcasting the signal in the 2.4 GHz band thanks to a specialized Wi-Fi link. So first of all, let's open the box. Okay, coming with this whole element, you have also an instruction manual, and well, the first bad news is everything is in Chinese, nothing in English at all. And on the main instruction manual, well, you can find in the envelope number 5. You will be able to find on the first page the QR code to download the Chinese apps. Actually, there is also an English version, but I know that this version is crashing, and actually only an Android version is available. Okay, so you will have to play with your phone, with your Google Translate, actually, to understand most of important element. But anyway, I will try to explain what I understand. So this video is dedicated to my first impression about the Xiaomi, and be sure to find much more video as soon as I will understand and go into more deeper analysis for this machine. So what are the main characteristics of this machine? First of all, it's a new AP platform offering, it's advertised to be offering more than 27 minutes of flying time thanks to 4S, not LiPo but LEHV, new technology of battery with 4.35 volt per cell. Okay, so this model. Extra juice should be good, and let's, for example, focus more on the battery. You have two main lead connectors. Okay, they can be used to recharge thanks to the strange charger plug. Sounds a little bit weak versus time. Anyway, you have to gently slide the connector, and it's entering whatever the sense of the main lead connector. It will works. Okay, that's cool. And the main charger is, if I'm not wrong, delivering 16 volt up to 2.9 ampere, so quite strong charger. So probably it will be able to design a own cable to maybe to use a normal charger. I can give you the information about the weight of this battery, but sounds not so heavy. Well, maybe it's easy. So the battery itself weighs 443.7 grams, close to 444 grams. It's not so heavy for such capacity. It's announced to be more than 5,000 milliamps per hour. That's pretty cool. And like many batteries, if you briefly press on it, you have the status of the remaining level of battery. Okay. And when it's recharging, I will make a small demonstration in a few instants. You will see a small animation indicating which part of the amount of the capacity of the battery you are currently charging. So like recent quadcopter, to power your system, and in mainly features in this quadcopter, you have first to briefly press and then long press on it, and you will see this kind of animation. So now I turn on the battery, and to release it, briefly press and long press again, and it will decrease the turn off the battery. Okay, so it will be the same for example, the takeoff or landing operation. If you want, again, now focus more on the drone itself. Well, the plastic quality is good, yes, more or less flexible, not so hard quality plastic. So, and what you can see in the first glance, you can see that the landing gears are folded, okay, probably to be more compact for transportation. So how to release it? Just like this, and when you reach the normal position, you can hear a click. So just need to slide this lateral slider to release them and return into transportation mode. Okay, so very easy. You can hear the click. Okay, and the same for the other one. Okay, so the question, how robust, how we resist the, for example, 100 times you folding them and unfolding them, that's an open question. I'm a little bit afraid after maybe a hard landing they will suffer, and this system won't work versus time. But anyway, so on the bottom side you can find here the ultrasonic sensor for sonar system. So it will give information about low proximity ground, presence of the ground, so that's good. It will help, for example, to avoid some crash, and for the landing procedure it will help a lot. Okay, so that's pretty cool that such kind of quadcopter now, like DJI Phantom, includes such kind of new sensor. And on the bottom side, I will say that you will find a small trap. You just need to press on it to release it, and here you will be able to connect the gimbal, very easy. And here the gimbal connector, and here you can find a micro USB plug, so probably to update the firmware of the flying controlling board. That's really well designed. So, and you will see that to plug the gimbal, it's so easy. So you have, first of all, to attach the front part. You can see a kind of prominent plastic here. So this is the front part, or you can recognize the red bar. Just clips, start to clips like this, then push it back, and until push it until you can hear a click like this, and you can see the slider hop going to the down position. Now it's fixed, really easy, and it's secure. To release it, just take a couple of seconds, just move the slide to the left, and voila. So really an easy system to attach the gimbal. That's a really positive point of this machine, first of all. Okay, so the general design is quite slim. I'm impressed because usually, with GPS system, and this quadcopter include a dual GPS system, means that you are currently receiving GPS and GLONASS Russian satellites. So it will help a bit the accuracy in localization, but not so much in practice, in fact. So I'm impressed by how flat is the main body, because it means that the GPS module will be very close to the flying controlling board. It means that they put attention in the shielding of everything. So we will see how fast we can fix and how good is the stabilization. Let's talk about motors. There are 22 type, 12 exactly 2212, and announced to turn 800 kV, so very low speed. It means that the props and everything have been optimized to increase more the flying time versus the velocity. Okay, I can give you an information about the shaft, for example. So it's a normal shaft with screws and circular hub. So the screws is 6 mm and the main hub is 8.6, I will say. Okay, so let's have a small discussion about the props, and they look like DJI Phantom. Okay. There are 10 each model, so 1046 to be more precise. I hope you can see. But in practice, in fact, you have two parts. For example, I will release it, and you have the bolt here. And the first time, it would take a couple of seconds to install it. So the right way, there are many. So you have to reinsert the bolt correctly on the top of the hat, and you can use the tool provided to block the motor. So you have the color association. So here the front left is red with red prop, so you have to spin it counterclockwise. Okay, and after a couple of seconds you have to gently push the props into the hubs, but not pushing too much, because the ball will pop off here, and try to turn it, and he should, after a couple of seconds, if not like this, poof, the ball, the nuts on top will release. So I don't like at all this system. Why they don't use a kind of DJI Phantom style? It's very annoying, you know. So you will spend your time to reinsert the ball like this until you start to understand how it's working. Okay, really it's so one way is also to turn the motor. So if you have to turn counterclockwise, you have to turn the motor clockwise. It's another way to do it. And after a couple of seconds, yes, like this, yeah, it's working. Okay, so yes, now it's blocked. Good, it's installed. Pretty okay. Maybe this way is more easier. Turn more the motor instead of the props. But what you can do anymore? It's the DJ style. You spin, you throw the props like this, and it will automatically be installed. You cannot do it with this model. What can I say more? Yes, so on the battery bay, let's focus maybe on the battery bay. You can find the two main lead connector, okay, and on the rear side, background, you have a 4-pin connector. I don't know why, but maybe for the smart battery. So you have to insert on the top like this until you can hear a click, like this. And to release it, you can briefly put your thumb and index and push on it, and you can release more or less easily. Okay, it's not so hard, so that's good. Okay, so everything is well protecting. The design is correct, and you can find here on each arm some metal hole here, so it's aeration for cooling the system. That's cool, and it seems, I think it will release and it will cool all the ESC and the frame controlling board. That's a good point. Except that you have also some LEDs here, permanent LEDs indicating the statues on the rear, and here you have some lights, and you have to know that they can be turned off by the remote. Okay, if for example you want to perform some night flights and the front light can disturb your video footage or photos, so thanks to the right port installed on shoulder, you can turn off them. Okay, it's mainly for this reason. Okay. Okay, so now I will more look into the other elements. So I'll talk about the props, 10-inch model, the tools associated with, the charger I already talked about, the battery also, the gimbal also. You have some prop guards, okay, and you need the screws, 10 screws given in the small package. And let's talk about also a very important element. Where is it? It should be around. It's the USB cable. Okay, should be some. Okay, so now let's talk about a really important accessory. This is a new USB cable, nothing special, you will say, but it's one side is normal USB or male, and the other one is micro USB. So with this one will be used for two usage. The first one to recharge your the battery, the built-in battery of your transmitter. So you have to raise these small caps like this, and you can access to at least two USB ports. In fact, so the left one is used to recharge the internal 5000 mAh or LiPo, and you will have to plug to your computer, for example. When you want to fly, and you will have to add on the phone holder your favorite, actually only Android phones are supported, but the iOS application should be available soon. You will have to use more of the cable like this, so plug your USB like this and plug to your micro USB of your favorite phone. Okay, so it's very important to keep close to you this cable. So now let's talk about the transmitter. Okay, so let's turn on the battery. So you have to briefly to press on it. You see the light and repress long press on it, and now you have the two button turn actually to red because there is no link with the quadcopter. When everything is okay, the GPS, etc., these LEDs turn to white. Okay, so to turn off the transmitter, do the same. Briefly press on it and long press on it, and it will turn off the transmitter. Okay, let's do it. Briefly press on it until you can see the amount of battery, and then long press on it. Okay, like this, and now it's turned on. So, a basic button. I will turn off everything. So the second button here is used to the auto takeoff or auto landing. How to use it? One more time. Briefly press on it and long press on it to take off. And if you want to land, the same. Briefly press on it and long press on it. It's a kind of security system each time. This button is used to return to home. Okay, very easily. And on the rear side, two other buttons. You have the E and the B. So the B is to turn on or off videos. The A to take photos up to 4000 something, so 4K resolution. The video you can actually, with the 2K version, can grab videos in 1080p 60 frames per second. You have a 12 megapixel CMOS sensor, if I'm not wrong. For sure, a Xiaomi cam is behind the scene. Notice the antenna. One of them, I think both are linked with the transmission and the 2.4 GHz video link. So it's a Wi-Fi based technology a la DJ Phantom 1. So it means that with such numeric modulation, you can have effectively a 720p kind of FPV feedback, but the drawback of such system is the latency. Even in close distance, you can expect something like 0.4, 0.6 seconds. I will make some deeper test in a few instants. But as for the more away, more longer you go, this latency will increase. So it's a typical drawback of such technology, and it's only adapted for aerial platform. Okay, absolutely not good for a racer. This is why this kind of technology are mainly deployed in for such kind of big machine for aerial shooting. Okay, so you have a built-in battery. 4,000 mAh, if I'm not wrong, and you can grab it easily. Yes, you can really like it. And finally, the left shoulder port here is to control the tilt axis of the camera. Okay, so let's talk about a little bit some other characteristics. 27 flying duration time. You have a 3-axis gimbal filming at 1080p 60 frames per second. Here you can find the micro SD card slot and the micro USB to grab directly your camera recording. No micro SD card provided. What a shame for such expensive packaging. You have a small fan here to cool everything, and a mic is here. You have the hole for the mic. Okay, and a LED status indicating that you are currently filming or doing some grabbing some photos actually. So that's good. Really, I like the gimbal. They really did a good job for integrate all the brushless motors. That's pretty good, and it's only, I can give you the information about the weight. I'm really impressed by the weight of this gimbal plus camera system. Everything weighs something like 182.8 grams, so 183 grams is so light. Really very good job in integration. I can, for example, give the weight of the Xiaomi standalone and with the battery, etc. So I will use this box as main support. So I can install it like this. Okay, so I will probably remove this props, but I can give you the weight information of the total. But okay, so standalone, the quadcopter will be more easy to see like this. You have 710 grams. Okay, so expect with the battery already and without the gimbal. Okay, probably like this. Yes. So with the battery installed, you have over 1 kilo already. So plus the 200 grams, okay, plus the props, you have something 1 kilo. 1 kilo 3 machine. Okay, so it's a little bit it's in the average, to be honest. So it's not specially, and in fact I found relatively light, okay, compared to some other 350 model. Okay, so now let's talk about the application. As I said, I'm quite sure that actually Xiaomi didn't deliver an international version, and we have in hand for the first Chinese sellers the Chinese domestic version. So everything is in Chinese, and I'm not reading Chinese. I saw some videos about the Xiaomi, and I will try to translate and bring some information I understood from. What you need is to download the application given in this instruction manual. So if you have a QR reader, just flash this code and you will be able to download this code, and then you will have to use your application. Actually only the Android version is currently supported. Let's focus more on the apps now. Okay, so let's focus more on the apps application. As I said previously, you have only the Chinese version. So first of all, I didn't install yet the gimbal. Okay, I want to see if it's possible to connect, because I know that the first time you are linking with this software, the ground station software, a compass calibration procedure have to be done. So first of all, how to connect it will be a real time. I want to show that in a real condition, because I never yet plug it. It's my first impression about the Xiaomi. So I install in the section. I will turn on the software. Okay, and I will turn on also the transmitter. Okay. Each time I'm confused when to turn on. Okay. Now, okay, now it's turned on. So as you can see, I hope you can read, you have the first menu. Everything is in Chinese, so I cannot translate, but for sure you have to have the USB link open. Okay, so I will turn on also the quadcopter. So install front like this, and like here to turn on the quadcopter. Okay, after a couple of seconds you can hear the music of the ESC. Okay, so it's done. So I guess you have to press the right button, and it said, the USB connection is not set for your Android. So you will have to turn on the USB here, and then you will be able to see to dialogue with the main interface. Now, with the first time I'm doing, it's loading some elements. Okay. Oh, first crash. Okay, the first one is crashing. One more time. Wow. So I will probably restart the application. Okay, so I will try to connect one more time. Say to share the USB. Okay, like this. And try to connect one more time. And, no, one more time is crashing. So okay, but you can bypass it, but it won't be connected to the quadcopter by pressing the left button. You can access at least to the main lead interface graphic user, and you are actually in Beijing. And after a couple of seconds, I guess, when you will update with the GPS information, it will localize more locally to your local. Yes, that's correct. So now is currently updating my information, well, more or less. So on this interface you can find a lot of information. For example, on the lower right position you can find the number of satellites here, and you have to know that you need to receive at least 14 satellites. Well, be aware, because you have the GPS and the GLONASS satellites, so I would say 2 times 7 to be able to take off, to use the takeoff button. Okay, here. So when you reach the nominal level of satellite, you will have another message here. You can use takeoff. You can take off correctly. You have I'm not sure, some altitude here, and and here you can have also the distance to your takeoff location, and here from left to right you can find the vertical speed, the horizontal one, or the horizontal vertical, and some other informations. If you press here, you can access to the main menu with a lot of options, written all in Chinese, so I understand absolutely nothing. But you have to know, and it's very, very important with this model, it's really a shame that by default you have a new baby mode limiting the maximum altitude to 50 meters and the maximum distance to 100 meters. So you have a geofence of 100 meters by 15, and you can disable it by this menu interface. The only way actually to disable it is to accumulate more than 300 minutes of flight time. 300 minutes, it's more than 15 full batteries, so it's a lot. If you know how to fly, you will have to wait such amount of time to enjoy your maximum capacity of your machine. No way. It's a real shame, and really, it's a really bad point. It's amazing how they can do such time. It's really a shitty situation. So I will try to understand most of these options. I guess some is for the quadcopter. I don't know for what they are used for. Understand nothing, but full of them are here. I don't know if I press on it, it's crashing, whatever. So it's really a big problem. So I will try to find if there is a new recent version of the application, or I will try to find my phone is only 2 years old, but should be okay, but seems to be not. So I will try to find a way to show how the application works. Okay, so it was the first video dedicated to the Xiaomi Mi Drones, the 1080p version. So I can give my first personal feeling about this one. Definitively, I feel that the rush to deliver this project is you don't have any international version. That's really a bad point. Any instruction translated into English or the interface is not yet full available in English, working one, or in iOS 1.2. Anyway, the general design, the hardware seems to be good. I really appreciate the gimbal, seems pretty light, and for the first videos I show about it, it's a relatively good camera. Okay, maybe some fish eye effect on the border, but can be maybe one day solved by installing another lens. The gamepad and the FPV link is okay, and I really appreciate the new type of generation of battery, also offering up to 27, but many other points I didn't like. First of all, the props. The system of props is not amazing. The application is absolutely not mature. It's crashing a lot, so in fact I cannot use it anymore. I can't fly it actually out of the box. It's a shame, so I have to find a way for it. And except that, and it's not small details, I think versus time they will solve mainly the problem coming from the software. They will solve little by little everything, so I guess they will deliver soon some English instruction manual, and I will update with more how to calibrate, how to take videos, how to tune a little bit this machine versus time. Okay, so it was a real first raw videos, my first raw feelings about this machine. So it's very there is not tons of video editing, etc. I do it voluntarily like this because I don't want any biased stuff where everything is working fine out of the box. In fact, it's not true. You have to work on this machine like any GPS one. So expect as soon as possible some other video. Okay, I hope you like it. If you like it, please submit, and if you like my channel in general, please subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.